An incomplete list of fixtures this match day due to some royal pains, but there was still some football to talk about, and here are the 5 things we learned. Why some matches were played and others not. In England, a safety advisory group determines the level of security any football match could demand and designates a category from A through C+. A being the least risky and C+ being the highest potential for risk to public safety. With the influx of high-ranking dignitaries in light of the Queen's passing, London has had to ask for resources from neighbouring law enforcement, stretching them thin. It is these factors that kept potentially volatile fixtures like Manchester United vs Leeds and Chelsea vs Liverpool from taking place. Interestingly, PSV's visit to the Emirates was also considered one of these higher category fixtures. Gary O'Neill making his case. Since taking over in the interim role, Gary O'Neill has delivered 2 draws against Wolves and Newcastle and delivered a dramatic 3-2 win against fellow relegation candidates Nottingham Forest. Should he keep this vein of form going, he is sure to get the full-time position. But can his success be chalked up to a new manager bounce, or is there more under the hood? And speaking of teams in need of new management, the need to sack Brendan Rodgers is growing by the minute. The East Midlands club lie rock bottom, having picked up a miserable 1 point from a possible 21. It is not even the results in and of themselves, but the nature of the results that should be a clear sign for worry. From losing 2-1 against a 10-man Chelsea to conceding a whopping 11 goals in their last 2 matches, Brendan Rodgers has clearly lost the dressing room. It is time to end the misery and incur the cost of letting him go, lest the season go from bad to worse as they stare at potential relegation. And before moving on, please hit that like, share and subscribe button, it helps us a lot. Son silences critics. Sticking to the same fixture, because let's face it, there isn't really much to pick from, the Premier League's favourite South Korean ended his goal drought with a fantastic 13-minute hat-trick. The first 2 goals were incredible long-range efforts, one with the right foot and the other with the left. The third came off a scrappy finish after a trademark run behind the defence. But they all count the same. Son and Conte will both be glad to have gotten his goal scoring up and running for the season. Though if that is how he is going to respond, then maybe keeping him on the bench more often might not be such a bad idea. Lampard finally wins. Everton managed their first win of the season against an underperforming and, in patches, unlucky West Ham United side. But credit where credit is due. Lampard's men finally appear to have a semblance of a game plan. Alex Iwobi in midfield has been a revelation, while the defensive quartet of Patterson, Tarkowski, Cody and Mykolenko have made Everton the joint second best defensive team so far. Maybe Everton will overperform and actually be average this season. And those were the 5 things we learned this match day. Please let us know your thoughts down in the comments below and hit that like, share and subscribe button. See you guys next time. Bye.